I know you're new here, but I want you to sit here and watch the genetic monster Matt Morgan show you exactly what it takes to get famous around here. Real.
Stop!
Get up, old man! Get up, old man! Get up, old boy! Come on! Settle down! You like this, Lauren? Pay attention, Lauren! Pay attention! Come on! Now what, huh? Now what, old man? This is my place! Get to love it! 2 down, 3 to go. Let the games begin tonight!
Previously on Impact, 3 championship bouts. An awesome continues.
Quite simply, the most dominant force in the TNA knockout division. That is Awesome Kong.
A title in chaos.
You two are stripped of the World Tag Team Championship. So as far as I'm concerned, there are no champions.
And the champion was crowned.
Canadian Destroyer just screamed him. Oh my God, we got a new X-Division champion.
Now, TNA's biggest prize is on the line.
Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship live free on Spike TV.
Tonight, on Impact, the rematch the world has been waiting for.
I never make the same mistake twice.
Kurt Angle takes on Samoa Joe for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. 2 hours of total non-stop action begins now.
The TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Kurt Angle. It's a match you'd only see on pay-per-view, but tonight it's free. It's the main event. It's Angle, Joe, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Of last week's 6-man Impact main event. Winning tag team partners Booker T and Sting disagreed over the assist from the genetically jacked 7-footer Matt Morgan. The friction between the two came as a total surprise to many of us. I noted at the time that Sting and Booker had a long history. In fact, dating back to the WCW days. We never expected the reaction that we got from Booker, who immediately issued a challenge to Sting as we went off the air for a matchup tonight. Now, I understand the tension that Booker has had for months, revolving around Robert Roode shattering the jaw of his wife, Sharmell, but this was totally out of character, in my opinion.
Oh, Mike, it was definitely a situation where emotions were just running too high. Let's hear from Booker T.
I just got a few things I want to talk about right now. I don't want to address them to one person. See, Sting, this past week, there's been a whole lot on my mind. So I want to bring you out here right now so I can get a few things off of my chest. So if you please...
Gentlemen, on a night when TNA manages Jim Cornette promises to resolve the now held-up TNA World Tag Team title situation, and on a night when Kurt Angle gets his TNA World Heavyweight Championship rematch against the new title holder Samoa Joe, we are about to witness a showdown between 2 individuals that we never expected to come face-to-face. And judging by Sting's reaction to last week's challenge by Booker T, he too was caught completely off guard by Booker's actions. And boy, Don West, as I look at Sting, you can almost sense that he's very cautious. He's very tentative. It's a Sting who doesn't quite know what to expect from Booker T.
Well, one thing about it, no matter how this goes, you've got to get it to Booker T. He wants to straighten it out one way or another right here at the beginning of Impact. He's ready to tell Sting what's on his mind.
See, I got to do this. I got to get a couple of things off my chest, Sting. And the first thing I want to say is, see, Sting, you and I, we go a long way back. We've been on a lot of wars together. You and I, we even watched a company crumble right before our very eyes. But the one thing I can say is, Sting, you was always there for me, and I was always there for you. See, last week, I got a little heat, got a little hot, and I disrespected you. Something I never wished to do in my life is disrespect Sting. So where I'm from, as a man, when you know you're wrong about something, only thing you can say is, man, I'm sorry. Will you accept it?
Well, now, what is this about? What's going on here? We see that Booker T, man-to-man, tried to apologize to Sting. You see the handshake, and now the interruption by Storm and Roode.
Hold up, guys. Hold up. Now, that's some very touching stuff that you guys are talking about. Me and Robert Roode, we were sitting in the back listening to about how you thought you were cool back in the 80s. That's here. That's here. You know what? You've been there for him, and he's been there for you, right?
You damn Skippy.
So I think that you two guys just need to get married on national television. Because look at you, Sting. Look at you. Your face paint is perfect. It's ready for showtime. And Booker, your weave has never looked any better. No stucco. Better touch that.
You see, what my drunk cowboy friend here is trying to tell you is that last week on Impact, you both promised us a fight. Now I know that I want to see you guys fight. Storm, Jacqueline, they want to see you fight. The people watching at home on Spike TV, they would love to see you fight, and I'm sure that each and every one of these pathetic morons in the Impact Zone want to see you two fight. So the fact of the matter is this. Sting, Booker T, whether you like it or not, you guys are going to fight.
Actually, hold the telephone here 1 second, boys. Because the last time I checked, I was the one that had the authority to sign matches around here. Not Sting, not Booker, and not you two. And by the way, you're dressed up real nice. You look like the board of directors of a massage parlor.
TNA Management's Jim Cornette laying down the law to everybody involved.
I've got to make a little announcement here. Because with all due respect, gentlemen, and actually none to them, I'm sick and tired of everybody around here doing nothing but thinking about yourselves. It's always, how does this affect me? You're not thinking about the team, the TNA team. So being that in mind, because the World Tag Team Championship is now vacant, it's held up, nobody holds it, I've come up with a little concept for sacrifice. It's called the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament. And it's very simply this. We're going to take over the next 2 weeks here on Impact 8 TNA teams. They're going to have 4 tag team matches, and the winners of those 4 matches are going to go to sacrifice. But this is where it kind of gets more interesting. Because the night of sacrifice, we're going to take 8 singles wrestlers such as yourselves, and we're going to put them together in 4 more tag teams. And the thing is, it's going to be a surprise, and we're going to pick the partners at random. So, Sting and Booker, you may be partners or you may be opponents. And the same goes for you two. So, if you don't like your partner, that doesn't matter, because you got to get along with your partner. And since it's going to be a surprise pick the night of, well, you won't have time to pay anybody off. The winner of the tournament at Sacrifice will be the new World Tag Team Champions. I hope I've made myself clear. I'm sure we'll have some written material to pass out to y'all later on. But as for tonight, I think the thing that everybody's agreed on is that you either want to be in a fight or watch a fight. So I'm going to give all four of you a little bit of both. There's going to be a fight right here tonight. Wipe them smiles off your faces. It may be hard to smile later on with no teeth, because it's going to be Robert Roode and James Storm taking on Booker T and Sting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not the fight they were looking for, but the fight they're going to get, Mike.
Think of that. Tag team matchup tonight. Plus, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle for the TNA World's title. Let's send it backstage to Jeremy Borash.
Hey, AJ. What do you think about this JC World Tag Team title situation? Crazy, huh?
Bunch of crap, you ask me.
Yeah?
But you know what? It's not my decision. And what are you going to do? You know what? I'll tell you what Tomko and I are going to do. We're going to take this qualification match next week, win it, then go to Sacrifice, get our belts back. Easy as that.
Yeah, well, you don't even know who your opponents are going to be, though, man. JC's mixing everything up. Different opponents, different... You don't even know.
Who?
JC. Jim Cornette.
I'm not worried about Jim Cornette, man. Regardless of his decision, Tomko and I, we're still the champs. Everyone knows that. Man, I'm tagged up with one of the baddest guys in professional wrestling. In fact, Tomko, he's in Japan. MMA fight right now. We're going to walk through anybody and everybody, just like we always do.
Hey, what are you doing?
You know what, man? This really doesn't concern you right now, okay? So just don't worry about it, all right?
No, it's okay. We're bros. It's all right. I don't mind. What are you... Whoa! What are you doing here?
AJ, I knew this was a bad idea. This was a bad idea.
Karen, last time we saw you, Kurt threw you out of lockdown. This is not a good idea.
It's a horrible idea. No, he's right. I completely made a fool out of myself. I embarrassed myself when Kurt had me thrown out of there. I don't belong here. I should not be here.
No. Look. You belong with me, okay? That's where you belong. Come on. It's going to be all right. You're with me.
What's Kurt going to think when he sees this? When he knows you're here?
JB, he's not gonna find out about this, right? JB.
No, of course not. Loose lips, sink ships, guys. Yeah. I'm no snitch.
That's right.
Secret stay with me.
JB.
It is time for the first of two qualifying matches. In Jim Cornette's Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament, we're about to determine the first team to advance to Sacrifice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament qualifying match number 1. Introducing team number 1,
Over the course of the next 2 weeks, 8 established TNA tag teams will be competing in 4 qualifying matchups as we will narrow down the field for the one-night tournament. That tournament, Sunday, May the 11th, exclusively on pay-per-view at Sacrifice in Orlando, Florida. You will recall that the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament came as a result of a very odd situation right here last week on Impact, when AJ Styles and Tomko were defeated by Kaz and Super Eric in a TNA Tag Team title match. The former champs complained to Jim Cornette that Super Eric's involvement should be considered as outside interference.
Well, Well, I'll tell you something. All he had to do was admit that he was Super Eric, or Super Eric admit that he was Eric Young. But because the split personality couldn't come together, we now have this Deuces Wild tournament, Mike. And think about what this tournament means. Think about what's at stake. At Sacrifice, there'll be 8 teams left. 4 established, 4 that will be wild card teams. That will be mixed and matched. They'll be drawn. They'll be picked. The winner of the tag team belts will have to win 3 matches at Sacrifice. 3 matches in one night.
Team 3D, Black Rain, and Relic both fall into the category of the 8 established teams who are looking to advance to get that next step to make their way into the tournament via tonight's qualifying match.
I'll tell you, a team like Team 3D, a team like Styles and Tomko, I think you have to look at the experience of some of these established teams that may be having an edge. Because when you get to Sacrifice, if you make it there, you're going to have to rely on your partner. You're going to have to be able to trust him 1, 2, almost over real quickly to be able to go on to that final matchup. But then again, to play devil's advocate, you look at those wild card teams, how do you prepare for them? How do you prepare for 2 people that may never have tagged together? How do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for a situation where they might not even be friends? They might be enemies, so you don't even know what to expect. I actually like what Jim Cornette's doing here, because the bottom line is, when Sacrifice is over, we will have worthy tag team champions.
I mean, that really is the unpredictable aspect of the Deuces Wild tournament. Certainly the 4 established teams, as Don mentioned, with that experience edge, but then when you counter with 4 wild card style teams, surprise teams, well, you can throw experience right out the window.
You're going to have to be ruthless, and that's something that Relic and Black Rain can do. You're going to have to be unpredictable, which obviously is what they're like. You're just going to have to be so different than everybody else to where they can't prepare. You can see right there Black Rain trying to get some momentum, Mike, but Team 3D turning it around.
Oh, we saw communication problems last week on Impact involving Team 3D, and almost problems once again for Brother Ray and Brother Devon. Continuation of this match when we return. Code what?
Code blue.
Divide by the total sales, you'll see how we came up with the 10%.
Code blue. Code blue.
The cold-activated bottle from Coors Light. The mountains on the label turn blue when your beer is as cold as the Rockies.
Oh, what?
Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Why are energy drinks bad? 12 spoons of sugar? That's bad. 200 calories? Bad. Guarana? Tisk, tisk. Good for a short, jittery burst, then a debilitating crash. So don't drink energy drinks. Drink 5-Hour Energy. It's not a drink, more like a sip. But with that sip, you'll feel alert and focused for hours without the crash or jitters. It has 0 sugar, only 4 calories, and no guarana. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Esurance would like to do a more serious auto insurance commercial for your viewing pleasure.
What's not serious about a special agent fighting crime with an insurance job as her cover?
I hate to let you down, young lady, but you're a cartoon. Cartoons are not real. Ooh, careful, you might smudge. Oh, thank you.
Esurance always has you covered. Day or night, you can always Esurance.com.
Some movies give away the most memorable scenes in advertising.
Never do that again.
But with Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
I got a surprise for you.
Trust us, you haven't seen anything.
Good for you, Pete.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Good for you.
Rated R, now playing.
New, the cheesy bacon BK wrapper. He's so good with his hands. The breakfast of tomorrow, today.
Being the top safety pick is reason enough to buy a new Toyota Highlander. But here's one more. During Toyota's spring sales drive, get a new 08 Highlander with low 2.9 financing, or choose a new 08 Sienna and IntelliChoice Best Overall Value of the Year with 0% financing or $1,000 cash back. But Toyota's spring sales drive won't last long. And that's another reason to see your Toyota dealer now. For a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com.
Sunday, June 8th, TNA Wrestling is bringing its anniversary pay-per-view, Slammiversary, to the Memphis area. Sting, Kurt Angle, Booker T, Christian Cage, and the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe. Don't miss TNA's live pay-per-view, Slammiversary, June 8th at the DeSoto Civic Center in South Haven, Mississippi. Tickets go on sale this Friday at the DeSoto Civic Center box office, Ticketmaster.com, and all Ticketmaster locations.
It's war in the house.
Felt like punching him right there.
And Matt Brown is gunning for Jeremy May in the octagon.
Get ready to see this. I guess I get to beat his face in.
And when Rampage explodes on his feet, can guest trainer Michael Bisping keep him from going over the edge? It's an all-new Ultimate Fighter, Wednesday at 10 on Spike.
This Sunday, the saga continues. Wake up and close your eyes with Episode 2. Star Wars Sundays, Attack of the Clones, Sunday at 8/7 Central, exclusively on Spike.
The Road to Sacrifice starts Thursday, May 8th, as TNA is live at the Barry Auditorium in Barry, Vermont. Then on Friday, May 9th, all of your favorite TNA superstars invade the IROC Center in Derby, Vermont. And on Saturday, May 10th, TNA takes over the Crete Civic Center in Plattsburgh, New York. This is your chance to interact with your favorite TNA superstars. See it, feel it, experience TNA live. Go to TNAWrestling.com for more details. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
And we are back on Thursday Night Impact. More of the first Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament qualifying matchup featuring two established teams. And boy, Team 3D really on the defensive here against Black Rain and Relic.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have turned it around, and it has been all Black Rain and Relic since the break. And think about this, what an incredible upset that would be for Relic and Black Rain. Team 3D established. You talk about a team that's established. They've been established for close to 20 years. You'd think it'd be a great advantage. But they might not even make it to Sacrifice, and that is why you've got to take each match, one match at a time. It is survival. It is do or die. You don't win, you don't advance.
TNA management, Jim Cornette, sending word out to the broadcast table that the second qualifying matchup tonight featuring two established teams will be the Motor City Machine Guns against the War Machine Rhino and the Instant Classic Christian Cage. How about that?
Oh, think about that. I mean, the Motor City Machine Guns, this is a team that is so good together. Rhino, Christian Cage, they're just experiencing this rejuvenation of friendship. I mean, here's two guys that still, I think, don't completely trust each other. Very interesting to watch that matchup. Brother Devon, though, got Relic up high. Oh, what a superflex off the rope. Unbelievable as he creams Relic.
Turning point was that little thing that Brother Ray did from outside. Pin attempt here, draping the arm across, near fall only for 3D. Brother Ray hooked the ankle of Relic when he was up on top. That enabled Devon to come up and hit that suplex move. Late breaking news on our upcoming Sacrifice pay-per-view event. It's available at TNA Mobile. Just text TNA to 76,000 for all the details. And one free week of TNA Mobile. Brother Ray right on target with those clotheslines.
Well, wow, look at this. Wow, what a back body drop as he sends Relic flying. And then the same thing to Black Rain. You mentioned it. What Brother Ray did to turn this thing back in his favor. Double clothesline. He had to. He realized that things were going too well for Black Rain and Relic. And now Team 3D has the momentum. Here he comes. Oh, man, that's a lot of weight right down.
Stack him up in the corner. Use all of your power and weight against them. Big choke slam for Relic. Pin attempt. Brother Ray on top.
Got it.
Wait. What? No?
Oh, my gosh, I thought he had it.
Referee Rudy Charles says no. Only a 2 count. Brother Ray can't believe it. Neither can the crowd here in the Impact Zone. And did you ever think you would see today when the fans in the Impact Zone were supporting Team 3D?
Well, they just thought he won it with that incredible choke slam. Now here they go. They're going to set him up. Well, the one's up as he's going to go up to the top. Can he hit it? No. Relic puts him on his back. What an incredible turn of events. Relic crashes the Brother Ray, gets double teamed, and now the momentum completely switched.
Monsters in control. Big boot by Relic. Devon there for the save.
Wow, Team 3D, Mike, is totally off their game. They feel they've got it snatched from them. I thought they had it. I thought it was over. Who gets up from a choke slam like that? Obviously, the Monsters are determined to become the new tag team champs.
Quick reversal sends Relic up.
Team 3D hits the 3D.
Here's the
This
cover.
is it. 2. Now they got it.
Here are your winners, Team 3D!
Brother Ray, Brother Devon take that all-important very first step in the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament. Could another reign as TNA World Tag Team Champions be in the future of Team 3D?
Well, you know, they're looking to add as many belts as many times as they can. Unbelievable comeback there, Mike, today that they were able to overcome and get the win.
To the back, and Lauren with the TNA knockout in the makeup room.
And Angelina love it. Well, honestly, I don't know. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger.
Wait. What are these invitations all about? Does anybody know?
No, but it must be something important. Look how fancy these babies are.
I didn't do anything. They're inviting you all to our concert because we will. No, guys. Don't you even think, hold on. Don't you think for 1 second that maybe he has, like, something creepy in mind? Oh, God. I mean, no, you're right. It's really creepy.
I'll take greasy over skanky any day, you see.
Excuse me? Don't you have a, I don't know, House on Wheels to get back to?
How about a tic-tac? What?
Let's go.
Still to come, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle in a lockdown rematch.
The Forbidden Kingdom is the #1 movie in America.
Very good.
The New York Times says it's dazzling. Great humor, great fun. Jackie Chan and Jet Li are at the top of their game. The Forbidden Kingdom, rated PG-13. Now play.
From funky to fresh, kill odor-causing bacteria with Axe deodorizing body spray.
Where do you go when you go to bed? Do you go to a place where you can find both rest for your body and peace for your mind? A place where the pressures of the day seem to just melt away? Or is it just a bed? Because if it is just a bed, we'd like to suggest another destination. Welcome to Tempur-Pedic. At Tempur-Pedic, we bring you the promise of nighttime renewal for body and mind. At Tempur-Pedic, we believe your bed should make stress go away. Imagine feeling cushioned, enveloped, almost weightless. It's like no other bed you have ever experienced. Your bed should relieve your pain, not add to it. Thick padding and pillow tops only disguise a simple truth. A bed of metal springs with hundreds of pressure points push against your body all night. But our unique Swedish Tempur material is designed to take the pressure away. Your bed should always give you comfort. Our authentic Tempur material also adjusts to you. Soft where you want it and firm where it needs to be. And unlike traditional mattresses that can wear out and sag, a Tempur-Pedic bed will feel like a brand new bed every single night for years and years of comfort.
If you're ready to find rest for your body and peace for your mind, we'd like to suggest this destination. Call this number. We'll send you a free sample of our authentic Swedish Tempur material and nighttime renewal kit with DVD. This is an invitation to learn more about our science and experience our soul. You'll also learn about our 90-night in-home trial and our amazing 20-year warranty. Nighttime renewal is only a call away. Welcome to Tempur-Pedic. Welcome to bed.
7-Up has 100% natural flavors with naturally better taste. And who can resist that? 7-Up with 100% natural flavors.
Come on, sweetie, we're here.
Send money to loved ones in need with Western Union Money in Minutes service.
Money got there fast? Yeah, before the repairs were even finished. Hey, thanks again.
You bet. Western Union. You're never far apart.
I got an idea for a movie.
Travolta, Russo, Hackman, DeVito all want a piece of the action.
You must bring something heavy to the deal. I do. Me.
Get Shorty this Saturday at 8, only on Spike.
Still to come tonight on Impact. Samoa Joe's first world title defense. But now let's go to JB with the challenger, Kurt Angle.
Yes, it is. You're not going to believe this.
I already know the question, JB.
No, you don't know the question.
Yes, I do. Are you ready for Joe, knowing that this may be your last shot? What do you think, JB? Kurt Angle never loses to the same man twice. Never. Joe caught me at lockdown. I watched that tape over and over. I studied that tape. I focused on how to counter Joe. And that's going to happen tonight. And after that, at Sacrifice, I will successfully defend my title against Rick Steiner.
You mean Scott Steiner?
Whatever. Now get out of here so I can focus on my match.
Whoa. Hang on. I forgot why I came here. Kurt, AJ Styles has shown up here tonight and invited Karen Angle. They're both here right now.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm serious.
They're here?
Yeah.
On my night?
On your night.
Where are they?
I know exactly where they are. You come with me.
Let me go.
Sorry. Pete, don't fail me now. It's Mike Tenay and Don West at ringside for the last thing that Kurt Angle needs this close to the TNA World title rematch with Samoa Joe is a distraction. And wife Karen, she's exactly that.
I mean, Mike, he needs to be focused at the task at hand. Think about this. If Kurt Angle doesn't win this match tonight, we don't know when his next title shot's going to be. And the irony on the other side, Samoa Joe, if he loses tonight, it means he held that world championship for less than 2 weeks. And you know what? That means we'll be talking about Kurt Angle and Scott Steiner at Sacrifice.
On that note, let's go back. Let's revisit the history of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
6'1" and weighs 235 pounds. He is arguably the greatest all-around professional wrestler in the world today and has taken TNA by storm since his arrival in 2006.
It's real. It's damn real.
Kurt Angle became the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion at TNA Slammiversary in 2007.
The winner of the King of the Mountain match, the new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Kurt Angle!
The only gold medalist in professional wrestling history, Angle is also a 12-time world champion and 3-time NCAA All-American. Kurt Angle looks to take back the title he held for nearly a year as he prepares to go to war in the rematch with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Samoa Joe.
There's a title rematch clause. I can have my rematch for the title anytime I choose.
He stands 6'2" and weighs in at 280 pounds. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, started his path of destruction in TNA in 2005.
He has lost one match in the past 3 years, wrestling in the United States, wrestling in Japan, wrestling in Europe, and this is the TNA debut of Samoa Joe.
He is a ground and pound specialist with a mixed martial arts background and extensive training in Japan. On April 13th at TNA Lockdown in what is being called a battle for the ages.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a part of history. Sunday, April the 13th, 2008, will always be remembered as the night that Samoa Joe became TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Samoa Joe etched his name in the history books when he risked his career and captured the TNA World Heavyweight title for the first time in his young career. Samoa Joe makes his first title defense. Kurt Angle will try to become a world champion for the 13th time. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, one more time.
Earlier today, we caught up with the new world champ in the middle of a training session. Let's hear from the man who meets Kurt Angle. Let's hear from Samoa Joe. Joe, is it possible that I could get a couple of words with you, especially in anticipation of tonight's first title defense for you against Kurt Angle? Just amazing watching your focus, the determination in terms of the training. You've been out here for over 2 hours working with Kevin Nash.
Well, you know, Mike, the training never stops. I mean, he's not going to let anybody down. He's a TNA champion. He's not going to let himself down. I mean, going into lockdown, that was easy. Now he's a champion. Now the work really begins.
Boy, Joe, when it comes to your opponent, Kurt Angle, I don't think there's any question that he's not going to hold anything back tonight, because potentially this could be Kurt Angle's last world heavyweight title shot for quite some time.
Mike, what does Kurt ever hold back when it comes to me? He's always given his best. He's always given his all. And Kurt, you're going to learn you're always going to fall short. I'll tell you what, Kurt, the punishment's going to continue far beyond you. And right to you, Steiner, and right to you comes sacrifice.
Still to come, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle in a lockdown rematch. But up next, the Motor City Machine Guns take on the War Machine Rhino and the instant classic Christian Cage in a Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament qualifying match.
On the next DEA, Special Agent John Greer goes deep undercover to infiltrate an international ecstasy ring.
We play a life and death game out here.
But one wrong move will put his life at risk.
If your cover is revealed, you're going to be in a combative situation.
He made the comment he would shoot a cop in the face.
DEA, Wednesday at 11, right here on Spike.
What is it about forgetting Sarah Marshall that has everyone laughing?
Gonna get things started on the Muppet Show.
Don't miss a comedy that is #1 with audiences and critics.
That's awesome.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Rated R, now playing.
Of course Geico sponsors Mike's Race Car, because they insure everything race car fans love. RVs, motorcycles, ATVs. Tell you one thing they can insure, Lauren Wallace. Because Lauren Wallace is made of lightning. Those guys are like, hey, where's Lauren? He was just here a minute ago. I'm 100 miles away, son. Ready to strike.
Geico, saving you money on insurance for your car and the other stuff that moves you.
Oh, can I get some extra napkins?
Can we get some extra?
Steakhouse, please.
The Steakhouse, new from Burger King. Premium Angus beef. It's the burger you can't wait for.
If you could change the way wireless companies did things, what would you do? I'm Dan Hesse, the new CEO of Sprint. Here's our idea. Use your phone for all the great things it can do without worrying about the meter running. How's that for a wireless revolution? Pretty awesome, huh?
The few, the proud, the Marines. How does New Edge Eclipse give you such a close and comfortable shave? New Edge Eclipse. Get your edge. How does the bold fragrance in New Edge Energy get your morning off the ground? That smell can get a man going. New Edge Energy. Get your edge. 2007 wasn't just a number. It was the six-sided ring. 6 sides of steel. Elevation X, king of the mountain. It was the biggest stars, falls, hits, and spills. It was the biggest and best moments of the year. No denying it. That's a fact. TNA Home Video presents the best of TNA 2007. Available now on DVD.
Welcome back to the Impact Zone, where Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle will have the rematch for the World Championship later tonight. Don't miss your opportunity to see TNA live May 8th in Barrie, Vermont, May 9th in Derby, Vermont, and May 10th in Plattsburgh, New York. Go to TNAWrestling.com for all the details.
Before we hear from Kaz and Eric Young, let's recap this crazy situation involving those two, plus Super Eric and the TNA World Tag Team title. TNA Superhero, along with Kaz, to challenge for the tag gold.
Tomko gets shot across the ring when the referee wasn't looking.
It's Kaz going it alone because Eric Young has headed to the back.
Super Eric! Nice block and a shot by Super Eric. Unbelievable.
Gonna go for the clap, but no, Super Eric instead, bridging suplex.
He did it!
Still Kaz.
Unbelievable Kaz! Super Eric, the new tag team champions.
Super Eric, Eric Young, two different people. So you're saying that the guy is guilty of outside interference in a match that he was already participating in? So you want me to ask a guy if he's two different people, and if he is indeed two different people, you want me to give your belts back?
Yes. You're in a rough spot, Jim, but that's totally your call, man. I'm back to it.
What's my call?
The outside interference.
There was no outside interference.
You said there was outside interference.
No, AJ said there was outside interference.
Who interfered?
You!
Super Eric was out there and I missed him again?
Eric Young, would you please come out here and explain your true identity?
Well, Jim Cornette asked for Eric Young, but we get Super Eric instead.
Eric, please explain who you really are, that you are Eric Young.
I know not of this Eric Young you speak of.
Joke's over, bro. We're talking about the tag team titles. Do us a favor. Tell Jim that you're Eric Young, and let's go celebrate.
That I cannot do.
This is the way you want it to be, son. You two are stripped to the World Tag Team Championship.
Eric Young, last week you took everyone by surprise. I'm sorry, is someone over there?
What's the way? Hey!
He's taking a lot of shots to the head.
Okay, moving on. Well, everyone was surprised when you wouldn't stake claim to the TNA Tag Team titles simply because you wouldn't admit that you're Super Eric.
That's because I'm not, Lauren. I don't even know where that crazy rumor got started. Guys, remember when that rumor was going around the Impact Zone that Brittany was having your love child? My mom told me not to be a liar, and I'm not going to be one.
Lauren, I got this. Bro, okay, honestly, last week, it was really hard for me to find in my heart to forgive you. I mean, right now, I could be one half of the tag team champions, and that's something that I have busted my...
You could be a tag team champion? Wait, does that mean we're not partners anymore?
Luckily for you, it's just, I can't stay mad at you, man.
Thanks, guys. It means a lot to me. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, but you're not getting off like that. You see, thanks to this Deuces Wild qualifying tournament, next week, we have another shot at the tag team titles. And I'm asking you as a friend, man to man, please, don't do that to me again.
Okay, I won't. I'm sorry. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do anything you want. Just tell me.
Anything I want.
Yeah.
Here's what you got to do. Okay. Go out there, throw up the bat signal, get the C-conch, call him out, call Super Eric, get in touch with him, and tell him, please, stay away from the Impact Zone.
Guys, I don't know. He's really busy. He's a superhero. He's out there saving the world.
Please.
Okay, I'll call him on the Super Eric phone, and I'll tell him next week, stay away from the Impact Zone.
You'll do that?
I'll do that.
So we got a deal?
Okay, we're still partners.
We're still partners. Okay. Deal?
Deal.
Earlier tonight, 3D became the first established team to qualify. Now it's time to determine the next team for the Deuces Wild tournament. The Guns may give up size and power to Rhino and Christian tonight, but when it comes to the experience edge, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, they get the nod when you consider what they've accomplished in the last 2 years.
And their opponents first from Detroit, Michigan, he's the War Machine,
defense tonight, and a defense that tries at all costs to avoid Rhino's gore.
And his tag team partner from Tampa, Florida, from Williams to up to
When Christian Cage was forced to put together his lethal lockdown team, he decided to recruit one of his oldest friends in wrestling. But even though he and Rhino are considered an established team, they've been more involved with their singles careers in recent years. Last week, they even admitted that while anything can happen in wrestling, as recently as a month or so ago, they never saw this coming. Rhino, Christian, they weren't even on speaking terms, but what a difference 1 month makes.
I mean, there's not a wrestling fan out there that doesn't look at this team and consider the possibility. When you consider the dynamics of these two great singles wrestlers and what they could offer to each other. But the bottom line, it's a tournament of survival. You have to win the night to advance. And you mentioned it, Mike, even though it may be not as long as somebody like Team 3D, the experience edge goes to the Motor City Machine Guns. And when you think about how these guys are so simpatico, how these guys can read each other's minds, how they always know where the other one is, and how to use each other as double weapons, the Motor City Machine Guns are going to be a hard team for Christian Cage and Rhino to handle.
And boy, that really is, to me, the key to this match. The intrigue behind this. You mentioned it, Rhino, Christian Cage, established as, well, former TNA World Heavyweight Champions both. But Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, who've been working as a tag team for the past couple years, where there's just no way that you can put a price on that kind of experience.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Motor City Machine Guns looking for that opportunity to get right back in the spotlight. A spotlight that they relished when they were in it. The Deuces Wild tournament is a way for them to do that. Christian Cage, Rhino, again, I wonder about the trust issues. Yes, they had a great friendship, but it's hard to forget everything that's happened in the past, and you're going to have to block that out if you're going to advance in this tournament.
Sliced bread attempt by Alex Shelley, blocked by the Instant Classic, and now it looks like Christian's going to go for the unprettier. Oh, perfect counter that time by Shelley, and then a great elbow driven right into the face of Cage. Cross body block, roll through, Christian ends up on top for the 2 count. Think of what Jim Cornette said earlier when he laid out the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament format. It's all part of the sacrifice theme. You must get along with your partner if you're going to be successful. You must make sacrifices along the way, and that's really going to be the key as we advance in this tournament that will conclude May the 11th at Sacrifice on pay-per-view when new TNA World Tag Team Champs are crowned.
Good move by Christian Cage, getting Rhino in there. You've got to develop some sort of a system on your tags. You got to get comfortable with each other, and we know the Motor City Machine Guns are. They can double team, they can move together like nobody we've seen, but one thing they don't have is that strength, that power that you see from the War Machine. That's Chris Sabin trying to use that speed to spring away, and it's not working.
Speed and agility of Sabin, countered by that pure raw muscle off the knife edge chop. Rhino charges in. Sabin catches him with the back boot and then gets set with the clothesline.
I mean, just about took his head off. 1, 2. Wow, you got to give Chris Sabin credit getting that shoulder up. This is something that the Guns got to do. They've got to rely on that speed. By doing that, they've got to stay fresh. Oh, man, that's the raw power of Rhino.
Belly-to-belly suplex. Rhino heads to the corner. Oh, he's going to measure him for the gore. He's got Sabin in his sights.
He wants to end it right here. Make a statement, but that's where the quickness comes in. And it was the quickness as Rhino misses and rolls out to the ring. And now Sabin feeling it. He knows he's vulnerable. He goes up top. Christian Cage realizes it too and pushes him into the rail.
Guns went high risk, 0 reward. Spin kick by Shelley sends Christian out to the arena floor, and Alex Shelley's going to fly.
Here he goes. Oh, right over the top. Somersault right on top of both of them. What a momentum changer for the Guns.
Who will advance in Deuces Wild? Will it be the Guns, or will it be Rhino and Christian?
There's been speculation that I was a superhero. I'm just not the hero type. Clearly. Martinis make them dirty. Iron Man, that's kind of catchy. Rated PG-13.
Doug?
Christy,
I thought you were taking care of your grandma this weekend.
I am. We are.
The Keystone Light?
For Grandma.
And all that?
For Grandma. For Grandma.
And the motorized cooler?
For Grandma.
You can't always be smooth, but your beer should be. Brewed for a smooth taste that's never bitter. Keystone Light is always smooth, even when you're not.
And the 6-foot party sub for Grandma?
Yes. Yeah.
Rated M for mature. They infected you. You feel the power. There is a cure, but it's the last thing you'll need. Unleash the power. Become the weapon. Dark Sector, in stores now.
Hello? Hi, honey. How are your classes going?
Is that Ashley? Let me say hi.
With new Cable One phone, you can talk as long as you like.
Well, hang on. Here's your niece. She wants to talk to you.
So, how's your boyfriend?
Just $29.95 a month for unlimited local and long-distance calls. And that could save you a bundle.
Don't hang up. Sarah wants to speak to you, then Uncle Jack, and
New
then Marianne,
Cable
and
One
your
phone.
brother.
Watch us make you smile.
Tony and the General Plastic Furniture Company in Nuts help you enjoy the big game. We now have the largest selection of flat panel TVs in Northwest Tennessee. 24 models to choose from. Sizes from 20-inch to the huge 60-inch television. While watching your new TV, what better way to relax than in a Lazy Boy rocker recliner, sectional, or reclining sofa? What a winning combination you have with a new TV while sitting in a new Lazy Boy and watching Cable One high-definition signal. The future is now. Come see us at General Plastic Furniture Company in historic downtown Dyersburg, where we've been since 1947.
Be the guy that gets knocked out, choked out, submitted. You want to lose? Then don't vote. Because if you don't vote, you're not even in the fight.
Fight for your ultimate right. Vote. Go to spike.com or UFC.com for more info.
And welcome back, everyone, to Thursday Night Impact, the second of two qualifying tag team matchups in the Deuces Wild tournament. It's the Motor City Machine Guns, and oh, the pin attempt right there, and the Guns almost put away Rhino. The Guns against Christian Cage and the War Machine. Earlier tonight, Team 3D became the first team to advance in the Deuces Wild qualifier.
Well, there's no substitute for speed, and that's what the Guns are proving. But wow! I guess there is, and it's Raw Spring. Spinebuster almost got the pin attempt. Alex Shelley, you can see him raising that hand, hoping that Chris Sabin had arms long enough to tap it and get in there, but now he's in no man's land.
Cutting off the ring, the basic tag team strategy. Looks like that's the option here for Rhino and Christian Cage. Tag in. Yes, the Instant Classic legal, and he continues the offensive assault here against Alex Shelley.
You know, the longer that Christian Cage and Rhino work together in matches like this, the more comfortable they're going to become with each other, even on this limited basis. But they have so much experience in wrestling as it is, and Christian with his tag team pass, that again, the longer this goes, the better it goes for him. Alex Shelley, desperation now.
Off the ropes comes Shelley. Christian catches him, point of the elbow right into the chest, and follow cover for a near fall. 2 count only from Slick Johnson.
Again, this is a situation where these established teams trying to advance to sacrifice. Think about established teams we have left. You think about AJ Styles and Tonko. You think about former world champs also in LAX. You think about Eric Young and Kaz. And, of course, the Rock and Rave Infection.
And then at the same time, think of the wild card team. The surprises that TNA management and Jim Cornette are going to put together the night of sacrifice. That just makes this the most unpredictable tournament that we've ever had here in TNA.
And then at Sacrifice, you have to win 3 matches to be crowned the TNA Tag Team Champions. How exciting is that going to be? And we also know that in that same night at Sacrifice, it's either going to be Scott Steiner against the reigning champ Samoa Joe, or Scott Steiner against the new champ Kurt Angle if he beats Joe tonight.
Here comes Christian with the cover off the slam, and 2 count only before Shelley rolls the shoulder. You're right. It will be Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, in his initial TNA World Heavyweight Championship title defense. And that is coming up later tonight, right here on Impact, against none other than the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, the return match from lockdown, and it's on free TV right here, Spike TV tonight.
Alex Shelley just trying to do everything again. Goes to slice red and then nails it. Right in the back of the head, but he's got to get the tag into Chris Sabin. He's got Christian Cage down now. Either go for the pin and dip. He looks up. He sees where Chris is. Can he get over there in time?
No question it was desperation, as well as the roll through for the tag. Springboard drop kick by Sabin on target. Rhino misses with the clothesline. Those 2 kicks, though, they didn't miss at all.
Look at Chris Sabin, beautiful back body drop. And this just lets Rhino's momentum carry him outside of the ring. The Motor City Machine Gun feeling it. And here he goes. And he goes right after and puts that body weight into Christian Cage.
Takes Christian, tosses him across the ring. Quickly out to the apron. Another springboard. This time it's not a drop kick, it's a clothesline. 2.
Whoa! Christian Cage right now, I'm telling you, these guys are in disarray, and that comes from not working together. Desperation punch by Christian, but again, Chris Sabin able to float over, kicks him right in the gut.
Gonna take him up to his shoulders. Christian gonna try and fight him off, and does. Look out, here comes Shelley in. Christian prepared, caught him with the boot. However, the guns turn it around on Cage.
Wow, look at that move, and Christian Cage ducked. Oh, and Alex Shelley went right into Rhino, and then what a DDT on Sabin. 1, 2, they go. Wait a minute, he didn't get it. Can you believe that? I thought he pinned him.
Gotta take another look at this. There you see, Rhino hits the TKO. At the same time, the DDT. Now the double team. Sabin in trouble. Oh, Sabin counters with that great move. He caught them double DDT pin and...
Oh, man, was that close. How about the resiliency of Chris Sabin? And the guns, I mean, they went right into that double team. And then Chris Sabin able to turn it around 1-on-2. And he's got Christian Cage up on these ropes. He's going up, fighting him.
Yeah, but Christian fighting off at the same time and able to actually power Sabin down to the mat. Here comes the splash.
That speed, that quickness, able to come in handy as he caught nothing but the canvas. Oh, nice kick. Oh, combination, but a gore, and then Sabin misses the kick, and he hits the unprettier.
Here's the cover. Christian gets 1, 2, and they got the win.
Here are your winners, Rhino and the Instant Classic, Christian Cage.
What an unbelievable performance. What an incredible matchup. But Christian Cage and the War Machine Rhino able to advance the sacrifice.
And they join Team 3D as they move on to the Deuces Wild Tournament. TNA Knockouts, they're headed into the Impact Zone. It's time to find out what's behind the invitation. From TNA Management's Jim Cornette.
Better in bed, blondes or brunettes, better hangover cure, greasy food or hair of the dog.
New answer, we have the results every Friday night. Log on to thepollwithspike.com to vote.
It all starts tomorrow at midnight with MXC.
Followed by Mansions at 12:30.
Then a full hour of Game Trailers TV.
It's an evening for men hungry for entertainment.
The Forbidden Kingdom is the #1 movie in America.
Very good.
The New York Times says it's dazzling. Great humor, great fun. Jackie Chan and Jet Li are at the top of their game. The Forbidden Kingdom, rated PG-13. Now play.
New, the cheesy bacon BK wrapper.
He's so good with his hands.
The breakfast of tomorrow, today.
Delicious.
Never buy a used car without a Carfax Vehicle History Report. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
Tonight,
the explosions will be more destructive. Stolen jewels will sparkle brighter. Seas will be angrier. Jungles will be more lush. Because tonight, you're watching stars in HD. Are you ready?
Why are energy drinks bad? 12 spoons of sugar? That's bad. 200 calories? Bad. Guarana? Tisk, tisk. Good for a short, jittery burst, then a debilitating crash. So don't drink energy drinks. Drink 5-Hour Energy. It's not a drink, more like a sip. But with that sip, you'll feel alert and focused for hours, without the crash or jitters. It has 0 sugar, only 4 calories, and no guarana. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
The following scene from Sheldon Kumar's Escape from Guantanamo Bay has been improved for uptight audiences.
Why don't you lie on the bed and tell us what you want us to do?
How about you go back to school and get your diploma?
We can do that.
Rated R. Starts Friday.
I need you. I need you every single day and I want you. I want you every single way and I need you. I need you every single day and I want you. I want you every single way and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love.
It's time to find out what's behind the invitations for the TNA Knockouts. Let's go to the ring and Jim Cornette.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got another very special match to announce for Sacrifice live on pay-per-view. But to make this match, I've got to bring to the ring at this time the very lovely TNA Knockouts, everybody. Bring them out.
Well, here they come, and they're all excited with the invitations. You see the first ever knockout champion, Gail Kim, followed by ODB. Here comes Jacqueline. You see Roxy Laveau, Tracy Brooks. Everybody excited with a smile on their faces. You see Christy Hemme also. And there they are, the beautiful people, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, followed by Rocket Todd.
Boy, Jim Cornette, as of late, has really lost patience when it comes to the TNA Knockouts. Well, judging by that smile on his face, I think he's got something interesting to say.
Now, ladies, let's conduct ourselves like sports ladies. You got your invitations. I'm glad you're here because we have a very special match for you girls at Sacrifice. You all like makeovers, right? You like makeovers? I know you do. I can tell. Well, we have what we call a TNA Knockout Makeover Battle Royal.
Knockout Makeover Battle Royal, what is that? Well, looks like even Awesome Kong and Saeed want to know what that's about.
And you see, this is going to be a very special match because all of you in the ring are going to participate. It's going to start out as an over-the-top rope battle royal. And then when it gets down to just 2 girls left, then a ladder comes into play. We're going to bring that ladder in the ring, and we're going to have a contract hung way over the top of this ring, and the 2 girls are then going to fight to try to climb the ladder, and the person who does and gets that contract gets a TNA Knockout Championship match with Awesome Kong right up there. But don't think that we forgot about the runner-up, because the runner-up, the girl that didn't quite climb to the top of that ladder, well, I'll make this short and sweet because I know you girls have things to do. You got to go out tonight and put on makeup and text on your cell phones and knock each other behind your backs. So the runner-up is going to get a little makeover. But I know what you young people like. I watch television. I know who you look up to. I know who your idol is, especially you 2 bimbos.
Oh, that was directed to Angelina Love and Velvet Sky.
So we're going to give you a Britney Spears-style makeover. Because the runner-up, the girl that can't quite climb that ladder, is going to get her head shaved in the middle of the ring.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Did I hear that right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Peeled like an onion, slick as an egg. It's going to be a makeover that you'll never forget. Ladies, at Sacrifice, you better climb that stairway to heaven, or else one of you is going to be in your own personal little hell.
Wow, can you get a more ultimate sacrifice than that? One of them gets a world title shot, and the other one gets the head shaved.
Let's send it to the back. Lauren standing by with the team that faces James Storm and Robert Roode. It's Sting and Booker T.
Booker, Sting, Jim Cornette's officially lost it. And the two of you seem to be caught in a crossfire. Now tonight, as a team, you face James Storm and Robert Roode. But from there, you're entered in the Deuces Wild Tag Tournament at Sacrifice, where you could be facing each other on opposing teams. What are your thoughts?
What are our thoughts? Our thoughts are to win, as always. Sting and I, it's all about winning. 1996 Road Warriors, that night, it was all about winning. That's what we did tonight. It ain't going to be no different. It's all about winning. Storm, Roode. You're in for a rude awakening. You're in the ring with two living legends, the Stinger and Booker T. And tonight, like I said, it's all about winning. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly, dog. I'm out.
Hey, Booker, hold on a second. When you say winning, I'm assuming you mean whether we're on the same team or opposite teams.
I'm talking about Sacrifice. I'm talking about tonight, man. I'm talking about it's all about winning, man. We're all grown up now, Sting. It's all about winning, dog. Now, kid, you handle that.
Oh, I can handle it. I can handle it all right.
It was earlier tonight on Impact when Robert Roode and James Storm thought that they could stir the pot when it came to the relationship between Sting and Booker T. Yes, the boss of Roode Incorporated and the Tennessee Cowboy. They were disappointed when Sting and Booker settled their differences with an apology and a handshake. Roode and Storm anticipated seeing Sting versus Booker tonight, but instead, they find themselves as a team on the opposite side of the ring against Sting and Booker, thanks to Jim Cornette.
Sorry about your damn luck.
As you see Storm coming down, followed by Jacqueline, you got to admire what Jim Cornette did. This isn't about advancing into the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament at Sacrifice. This is about a good old-fashioned fight. You mentioned it. Storm and Robert Roode demanded it. Well, they got it. Two of the best the wrestling world has ever seen.
Booker and Sting settled earlier tonight. But after Jim Cornette laid out the rules for the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament, who's to say that come Sacrifice that Sting and Booker might find themselves as opponents, not tag team partners? The unpredictable nature of surprise wild card partners picked at random on Sunday, May the 11th tells us all bets are off. You must get along with your partner. In essence, you must sacrifice if you were to become TNA World Tag Team Champion. For the icon Sting, it's been quite a roller coaster ride tonight. At the outset of the Impact broadcast, he anticipated answering the challenge of Booker T. After Booker's apology, not only wasn't he in a one-on-one matchup against Booker, now they're tag team partners, and if you think about it, this is a similar situation to what could go down in Deuces Wild, the tournament upcoming May the 11th at Sacrifice.
But one thing about it, you heard what Booker T just said. It's all about winning. In his mind, it's about winning with Sting tonight. And in Sacrifice, it's about winning no matter who his partner is. And that's the mindset you got to have. If you're going to become the world's TNA Tag Team Champion, you've got to just accept who your partner is, and you've got to be able to find a way to work with them if you want to get the gold.
Want to remind you one more time, still to come tonight on Thursday Night Impact, pay-per-view quality main event. The matchup, Don, that everybody in the professional wrestling world talking about. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, tore down the house at Lockdown. The return match, yes, Kurt Angle gets it tonight. His rematch, his title shot against the new champ, Samoa Joe.
Wow, you see a nice shot there by Booker T. Try to get the momentum back in his favor. What a knife-edge chop. But Mike, you mentioned it. It's Joe Angle for the World Championship later on tonight. I mean, think about a man who worked so hard to finally get to the top of the mountain. A man who worked so hard to climb to the top of that ladder. And he became the world champion in Lockdown. And here it is, less than 2 weeks later, and he might have to give that title back to the Olympic gold medalist.
Well, differences last week, but no question, Sting and Booker T on the same page this week. Well, that was until the rake of the eyes, the cheap shot by the Tennessee Cowboy, and Storm is able to position Sting over to their side of the ring, and Robert Roode takes over. First it's the chop, then it's the punch. Oh, another chop and punch, and Roode's got Sting in trouble.
It's almost like Robert Roode and James Storm are using that hatred they have for Sting and Booker T to work together, and doing it so well, but this is the experience that Sting has. Blocking the shots, and then look at him, come on. Kicks, punches, hits, chops, whatever it takes, he'll do.
Think of the history between these four. Certainly it's been documented, the broken jaw of White Charmel. That's between Robert Roode and Booker T. At the same time, James Storm wielding that beer bottle, smashing it over the head of the icon Sting, who's just connected with the drop kick on Roode, lateral press, and 2 count only.
So close, you're right. It's a matter of just getting some personal satisfaction here. Some bit of revenge. And now they're working together, the double team, and they put the elbows simultaneously right into the face of Robert Roode, and now Booker T, you know he loves having Robert Roode in this position.
Gonna set him up, position him in the corner. Oh, man, and he's just gonna light up his chest. Open hand slap, open hand chop, big knee. Oh, but then you see Roode fights back out of the corner, reach the eyes, and now it's his chance to chop.
It's almost like he took just a little too much time to deliver the blows, and that gave Robert Roode. Oh, my gosh, the referee distracted. James Storm with a kick to the back of the head of Booker T. Robert Roode has the advantage and nails him with a drop kick. Now he looks at him, goes for the penitent. 1, 2. He's able to get out of it. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break here on Impact.
San Diego Bay and Detroit Riverfront. Tickets at redbullairrace.com.
Now, at the DVD that will take your breath away.
What is that?
From director Matt Reeves, Cloverfield, now on DVD.
Squirrels?
Squirrels.
Repellents and fertilizers. That'll bring your garden back.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here.
Old Spice Hair and Body Wash works great on both hair and body. So if some parts of your body have hair and other parts of your body don't have hair, then Old Spice Hair and Body Wash is right for you.
What?
What? Old Spice Hair and Body Wash for hair and or body or both.
Thank you, Aunt Sarah, for sending money from afar.
Send money within the U.S. with Western Union next day service for as low as $9.99.
Thanks for the birthday money, Aunt Sarah. I love it. Me too.
Western Union. You're never far apart.
This place is great. There's so many cute guys here. Mm-hmm. Do you smell Bacon? Oh, yeah. It's a bacon club chalupa. Guys love bacon.
That's really gonna work. Come on.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
What is that you're wearing? It's intoxicating.
Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa is back. Bacon lovers rejoice.
Smells good.
Gear up for the new live-action film, Speed Racer. Thank you. In theaters May 9th. Go to esurance.com to see exclusive clips from Speed Racer.
The Forbidden Kingdom is the #1 movie in America.
Very good.
The New York Times says it's dazzling. Great humor, great fun. Jackie Chan and Jet Li are at the top of their game. The Forbidden Kingdom, rated PG-13. Now play.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride event with huge deals on Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, and Rhino side-by-sides. So get into your Yamaha dealer, then get out and ride. Now get up to $750 customer cash on select models, plus low monthly payments on every Yamaha.
We at Spike always knew people would do anything for money. We just had no idea how little money it would take.
I'm gonna give you $1 for every maggot you put in your mouth.
How about 50 cents? How about that? I'll save you guys money. I bet you will. Tonight at midnight on Spike.
They say you crossed the line.
Like that's a bad thing.
Like it's a bad thing.
Like you've gone too far. Guess what?
I don't think it goes far enough.
Pain and pleasure.
Blood.
Carnage. Suffering.
That's a simple reality of my world.
Every time they draw a new battle line,
We cross it.
Without reservation or regret.
Hey, they, whoever you are.
maybe it's time to draw up something else.
Like your retirement plan. TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And we return to Thursday Night Impact, the continuation of the tag team grudge matchup. Sting, Booker T against Robert Roode and James Storm. And boy, Tennessee Cowboy really gets under the skin of Sting.
Well, it's amazing how the momentum can turn, even in a match like this. And Robert Roode and James Storm in total control. And you mentioned it, Storm jawing over there at Sting, knowing there's nothing he can do on that side. And boy, are they working together well.
Oh, man, and then Roode snaps the neck of Booker. Follow leg drop by Storm. Look at this teamwork. Exploiting the 5 count from the referee, and off the knee drop, it's Roode for the cover.
That's what you're going to have to do. I mean, one thing about it, if they somehow get chosen together, they've proven they know how to work together. And they got to hope for that at Sacrifice, because they're doing a great job of quick tags, moving in and out fast, and keeping Booker T isolated.
And speaking of Sacrifice, late breaking news on TNA's May pay-per-view. In addition, the Deuces Wild Tag Team Tournament, available at one place, TNA Mobile. Text TNA right now to 76,000 for all the details. And Storm is gnawing, fighting, taking a chunk out of the forehead of Booker T.
Well, it's dirty trick time for these guys. Anything they can do to cause extra pain, extra humiliation, they're going to do it. But right now, they have got Booker T right where they want him. They have him on this side of the ring, and they have him on the ground, and he can't get to his feet to get a tag into Sting here to get him into this match.
Attempt here to continue that neutralizing of Booker T. The front face lock by Robert Roode. Dual purpose. You not only wear down Booker, but you keep him away from his tag team partner in that tag that Don just talked about. A tag that's imperative if Booker and Sting are going to turn this matchup around.
What a shot to the back by Robert Roode. What a shot to the face by Robert Roode. Everything was just that extra oomph, and he knows the crowd doesn't like, whoa, took too long, went right into Booker T, and he leveled him with a spine buster. And look at his back bow up. This could be Booker T's chance, but he still has to get past Robert Roode to get to Sting.
Booker rolls to the corner, so close to making the tag, and does, and the icon Sting is the legal man, and now it's his chance to gain revenge on both Roode. Storm punches, shots to the head for both. Stinger splash in the corner for the Cowboy. There goes one for Roode as well. Here comes Sting off the rope.
there. 1, 2. Oh, man. Robert Roode broke it up just in time, and just in time to look up to a smash by Booker T. I'll tell you something, Sting turned this thing around, thinking about what he was going to do on that side. Oh, and Jackman just grabbed the foot of Booker T as he was on a roll, and that allowed Roode to hit the DDT. Wow.
Talk about the complexion of a matchup. Totally changing right before our very eyes. The hook of the leg outside by Jacklin. The follow DDT by Roode. And now Roode goes high risk, but Sting's there to cut him off.
What a shot to the gut. And now look at Sting. He goes right after him. Gonna take him up to the top. He's going to the top rope. Oh, but it's taking him too long, and it allowed Storm to get in there and put Sting on his back, but it cost his partner, Robert Roode.
Oh, let's check this out again. You see the superplex attempt by Sting, but instead, it was the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, coming in with that power-type move, and he took out both his partner and Sting. Mid-ring collision. Both Storm, both Booker go to the clothesline, and both men connect and both go down.
All 4 men right now are lying on the mat, as you can hear Rudy Charles making the count. They're all trying to shake the cobwebs out of their head. Who can get to their feet first? It's the Icon Sting, and he goes right after Robert Roode, but he pulls the ropes down, and Sting goes right over into the floor.
Now they've got not only the numbers game on Booker, but also, as you can see, the beer bottle coming into play. Roode with the beer bottle, puts on the brakes as Sting got out of the way. Storm not happy that Roode was using his beer bottle.
Well, and he almost hit him with it. That allowed him to hit the Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2, Sting gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Booker T.
What we are witnessing here tonight is exactly what it's going to take if you're going to be successful in the Deuces Wild tournament. That opportunity to sacrifice, but at the same time, take advantage of a situation, as we just saw right there from Sting and Booker T, as they are victorious over the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, and Robert Roode in the Impact Zone salutes the Icon and Booker T.
The only problem about sacrifice is that they might not be partners. That's the situation. As you see, look at this. Roode and Storm going crazy, Mike.
Face to face and nose to nose. Jacklin trying to be peacemaker, but not having much success.
How ironic. We thought earlier the problems were going to be between Sting and Booker, but it broke down between these two.
And there you see our broadcast colleague, Jeremy Borash, with the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be good.
What are you doing?
We're just
Get off me. Karen, did you come here to try to get me back?
No.
Karen, I told you for the last time. As long as there's a me and Joe, there can't be a me and you. Now, I'm telling you, after I win the title, you and I can sit down and we can talk about you come back home. Only then we'll talk about that. Shh.
Hey, man, relax.
Get your hands off. You need to get your here, AJ, and take her with you.
Let's go, Karen.
Up next, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, in a lockdown rematch. On the next DEA, Special Agent John Greer goes deep undercover to infiltrate an international ecstasy ring.
We play a life and death game out here.
But one wrong move will put his life at risk.
If your cover is revealed, you're going to be in a combative situation.
He made the comment he would shoot a cop in the face.
DEA, Wednesday at 11, right here on Spike.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Good luck keeping on.
Iron Man, that's kind of catchy.
Iron Man, rated PG-13.
At the Turtle Wax Ice Ultimate Detailing Challenge, it was no contest, no effort, no white residue. And when it comes to trim, seams, plastic, and rubber, no problem. Turtle Wax Ice car polish. Welcome to the Ice Age.
Up has 100% natural flavors for naturally better taste. And who can resist that? 7-Up with 100% natural flavors.
Adidas Action 3, a new anti-perspirant with an active absorbent complex. Protects against sweat, protects against soda, no matter how hard you play. Adidas Action 3, the best defense against sweat.
No, I wouldn't kid you. No, first thing women look at is shoes. Tells a lot about a man. You're wearing Skechers, so you're in good shape. Oh, definitely cell phone. Cell phone, wallet, hairline. Let's go back to shoes.
Coors Light. It's a frost-brewed beer. It's a beer brewed down as cold as 34 degrees. Aged cold. Filtered cold. Put into bottles, cans, and kegs. Cold. Why? We know you like cold beer. So ask for a beer with a taste as cold as the Rockies. Because refreshment isn't everything. It's the only thing. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
GM Owner Loyalty Rebate at Delta Chevrolet. If you or anyone in your household owns a 99 or newer GM vehicle, you get up to an additional $2,000 rebate on a new Chevrolet, and trade-in is not required. Or get rates as low as 2.9% APR up to 72 months. All 2008 Chevrolets come with GM's 5-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, including roadside assistance and courtesy transportation. The GM Owner Loyalty Rebate, now at Delta Chevrolet.
Remember, you don't have your best deal until it's a done deal.
Chevrolet, an American revolution.
Tony and the General Plastic Furniture Company in Nut Test, you enjoy the big game. We now have the largest selection of flat panel TVs in Northwest Tennessee. 24 models to choose from, sizes from 20-inch to the huge 60-inch television. While watching the new TV, what better way to relax than in the Lady Boy Rock recliner, sectional, or reclining sofa? What a winning combination you have with a new TV while sitting in a new Lazy Boy and watching Cable One high-definition signal. The future is now. Come see us at General Plastic Furniture Company in Hitchcourt, downtown Blacksburg, where we've been since 1947.
Catch, Cock, and Load, Spike's new animation block, featuring Robert Kirkman's Battle Pole. Super spy action with the team. We need you, Wolf. And martial arts mayhem in Red Lotus, Mark of the Warrior. Check out Cock and Load now on Spike.com.
It has been quite an eventful impact for TNA management, Jim Cornette, and from what we hear, he's not done yet. Let's go to Lauren in Jim Cornette's office.
Thanks for coming. Hold on. I just got to roll this up. We're going to keep that under wraps. You see, I've come to the conclusion that the problem here in TNA is we've got too many spoiled, pampered wrestlers.